Good afternoon. This is now week 11 in Social Work 636. The overview for this week says that we will be examining program evaluation. We will address the purposes and value of evaluation as well as a range of available methods. Students will learn how to write an evaluation plan for proposals. After completing the activities for this week, the learning objectives are to be able to articulate the purposes of evaluation plans, to describe the components of evaluation plans, and then to write evaluation plans. The summary of the learning activities are as follows. There are several readings, one on measuring the impact of university civic engagement, which talks about civic engagement at Widener, one on a basic guide to program evaluation, and then one on assessing health needs in African American churches, a mixed methods study. The media for this week, we will look at those slides after we talk about the specific assignments for this week. There are videos from Children's Hospital of Philadelphia on Program Planning and Evaluation, Chapter 9, and Chapter 10, Types of Program Evaluation. So let's look at the assignments for this week. The first is a discussion, which is a statement of need and program goals and objectives. So in this post, you're going to attach the draft of your statement of need and goals and objectives that you submitted in week 10. And please also include one sentence that describes the organization that you are writing about. Make sure to attach it as a file. Read at least one of the posts of your peers. And as always, your initial post is due by Thursday. Your follow-up is due by Sunday. So that's all the assignments for this week. So let's go back to look at the slide. Actually, we're only going to go over one of the slide presentations because the other covers what we've covered before around budgeting. So this is specifically on program evaluation. So what is evaluation? Evaluation is research. The evaluation plan is a component of the proposal where you provide your plan for describing, tracking, monitoring, and measuring the effectiveness of your project. In other words, it is where you put your plan to do research on your implementation. So remember that this is a plan for what you will do in the future as a project is being implemented. Of course, you cannot evaluate anything until after it happens, except for the ongoing collection of data. So for your proposal, you have to provide an outcome evaluation, which is a plan to demonstrate the degree of success for at least one outcome objective. In a real proposal, you would do all the objectives. This must include a method, how you will collect the data, a description of your measure, and how you will know if the objective has been met. This is where you will demonstrate your ability to select and use appropriate methods for evaluation of outcomes. Also, you will evaluate process. You will also provide a plan for ongoing monitoring of the process. This could include satisfaction surveys, focus groups, or quality control by reviewing documents. This is where you will demonstrate your ability to critically analyze, monitor, and evaluate intervention and program processes and outcomes. The above bullet points must include at least 2 citations that provide a justification for some aspect of the evaluation, such as the variables, concepts, and theories you will examine in your evaluative research. This can include material from any basic research text. Types of evaluation. there are many different types. So you might have different types to address the different purposes. The types can be summative evaluations to describe what the project achieved. These include outcome evaluations. Did the project meet its objectives? And impact evaluation, which answers the question, what were the effects of the project? Or formative evaluations to understand why things happen. So again, process evaluations to describe the implementation, and monitoring to help improve the project by monitoring the implementation. So what are formative evaluations? They're typically conducted during the development of a strategy, program, or product to assess their strengths and weaknesses before implementation. Such evaluations permit necessary revisions and improvements that enable planned efforts to be tailored to the target audience or audiences. As in the case of campaign strategies, products or messages that are pre-tested by a small group before they are implemented on a large scale. They can also be used for observing, monitoring, and providing feedback on students or staff or trainee performance to improve skills. The basic purpose is to maximize the chance for program, project, or trainee success before full implementation starts. Unlike summative evaluations, formative ones are primarily prospective, shape program project direction, and provide feedback towards improvement. Examples of formative evaluations are needs assessments, evaluability assessments, and process evaluations. So what's a process evaluation? Process evaluations examine the tasks and procedures involved in implementing a program or activities, including the administrative and organizational aspects of and delivery procedures involved in the efforts. Such evaluations enable monitoring to ensure feedback during the course of the program or project. So methods could be focus groups or satisfaction surveys. So with that, you have the readings for this week, the learning activity for this week, and some discussion about the process of evaluation. I look forward to reading your posts this week. If you have any questions, please get to me as quickly as possible. Have a wonderful week.